You probably feel like you're in charge. You sit behind your eyes, making the decisions, choosing your career, and plotting your next move. But evolutionary biology suggests a different reality. You are a highly sophisticated, lumbering robot, built to execute instructions from an unseen manufacturer. In 1976, biologist Richard Dawkins shifted the focus of evolution from the species down to the individual molecule. He called it the selfish gene. The true architects of your body aren't conscious. They are ancient colonies of self-replicating DNA. They don't have a brain, and they don't have feelings. They execute one unyielding strategy: survive and copy themselves. They will do absolutely anything to guarantee their own immortality. Because your brain was manufactured to keep your ancestors alive just long enough to pass that genetic data forward, it prioritizes survival over the pursuit of truth or happiness. If our code is geared towards survival, it's worth asking why humans spend so much time being kind. We share our food, we stay loyal to our friends, and we sacrifice for our children. In biology, this behavior is explained through a mechanism called kin selection. From a gene's perspective, the individual is secondary. If one survival machine sacrifices itself to save 5 others carrying the same code, the data persists. That deep urge to protect your family is a localized investment strategy. The genes are simply protecting their own assets. Our moral and social psychology is not a glitch in the machine. Kindness is a precise biological calculation designed to keep the gene pool intact. The problem today is that this ancient genetic software is now running in an environment it has never seen before. Our hardware is optimized for the Pleistocene era, where resources were scarce and predators were constant. It is poorly suited for the digital age. You crave sugar because for millions of years, dense calories were rare and necessary to avoid starving. This visualization compares ancient survival metrics with modern ones. A drop in your social standing or a harsh email triggers the same alarm that used to warn your ancestors about being exiled from the tribe, an event that meant death. Modern anxiety is the result of this mismatch. We live in a biological prison where the brain fires life or death signals for things that aren't actually threats. Biology is only half the story. Genes are no longer the only replicators on Earth. Dawkins coined a term to describe the cultural version of a gene. He called it the meme. A meme is a mental parasite, a catchy melody, a religious belief, or a specific story. Just as genes jump between bodies, memes jump between brains through imitation. A meme's survival depends on staying in your mind and forcing you to share it. These ideas use your brain to replicate, spreading through speech and behavior. If an idea isn't sticky enough, it disappears. Only infectious cultural codes survive to the next generation. Because a meme's only goal is to persist, our shared traditions and beliefs aren't always selected for their truth, but for their ability to resist being forgotten by their hosts. But humans possess a unique biological conflict. We have the conscious ability to recognize the impulses of our hardware and, for the first time in history, refuse to execute them. We are the only creatures on Earth capable of looking at our biological programming and rebelling against the tyranny of the replicators. Every time we use contraception, we stage a coup. We override the gene's prime directive to multiply, prioritizing our own choices over the demands of the code. When we show kindness to a total stranger who shares none of our DNA, we are acting outside the rigid logic of kin selection. When we dedicate our time to art, or philosophy, or personal values that provide no reproductive advantage, we are effectively hijacking the machinery for ourselves. Recognizing that your impulses are often just outdated survival alarms allows you to stop taking them personally. You can leave the biological prison behind, step into the pilot seat, and start engineering a life based on your own chosen values.